A hailstorm in early May of 2023.
When the skies opened up during that legendary hailstorm 2 years ago, David Whitehouse said something else opened up too.
It was 1 foot in diameter.
That's pretty sizable.
Stick your whole hand down in there and you could put your hand into the storm drain.
David was concerned about the hole in front of the house down the street, so he called the city.
My friend lives there, and it's kind of by the sidewalk. Someone could step in there. I just thought it would be no big deal to call and have it fixed. I never imagined it would take 2 years.
2 years!
We wanted to show you a whole bunch of video of that hole on David's street. The only problem is we reached out to Dottie while we were working on the story, and in less than a day, that hole on David's street turned into a whole bunch of asphalt.
Amazing timing when you consider what David's been through.
311 patches you over to wastewater. Then you can put on hold for a little while. Someone from wastewater comes on. They want the picture, and they say they'll send someone over to look at it first and then get it fixed. And after that, nothing ever happened.
The city says despite the mix-up here, David did what you're supposed to do. If you spot a hole or a pothole, it's important to figure out what kind of street you're on. City streets like David's are managed by the city, so 311 is your best bet in Denver. A lot of roads in unincorporated parts of town are managed by your county. And state roads, like highways, are managed by CDOT.
They did a beautiful job fixing it.
Perhaps the most important thing to keep in mind when dealing with the government is to be like David, persistent.
And one of the texts I sent you, I said I'm about ready to give up. After 2 years, I'm about ready to give up. And I'm glad I didn't.
So most municipalities have instructions on how to report potholes on their websites, but we've narrowed all of that down to some of the most popular ones into a digital version of this story right now on 9news.com. And if all else fails and you're staring down a 2-year wait to get a hole patched near you, Steve on your side at 9news.com is how you get in touch with me. I'm Steve Stager. Steve on your side, 9 News.
That's unbelievable. That's good advice, Steve. People do need that because, you know, he's looking out for neighbors and everybody. It is dangerous. But at that point, he was about ready to throw another birthday party for that hole.
I know. He texted me on the day because, you know, this was kind of in a stack of other tips that we had gotten. So it kind of, you know, we were working through a bunch of different things. He texted me, he said, gosh, it's now the 2-year anniversary of that hole. And I said, what a perfect excuse to do a story on this.
Mm-hmm. The city's lucky because that was deep. You could have twisted your ankle, a scooter.
Yeah.
Yes.
A bike, if somebody's riding a bike near that, you know, it's just and they're not sure what happened. I asked, you know, what happened with these 311 calls. They're not sure how the wires got crossed there. They say things like this normally get sorted out. They're not sure if maybe it was, they looked for a leaking pipe or something like that and then didn't come back to patch. They're just glad that everything's all sorted out. And Dottie, for its credit, 1 phone call and it was done in like less than 24 hours.
Got fixed.
Well done,
Okay.
Steve. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.